Imagine writing an ad and before you publish it, you already know if it is going to make money or completely flop. Not a rough estimate. Not a gut feeling. An actual data-backed prediction telling you whether your content will convert or get ignored. That is not a fantasy. That is what modern content intelligence looks like. And it is changing the way small businesses approach marketing forever. Most small business owners are stuck in a painful cycle. They write something, post it, and then wait. They refresh their analytics, check their click-through rates, and hope the numbers move. Sometimes they do. Most of the time, they do not. And the frustrating part is that they never really know why something failed. Was it the headline, the tone, the offer, the platform? Without answers, they go back and do the same thing again, slightly differently, and hope for better results. That cycle is exhausting, expensive, and completely avoidable. Every single day, small businesses are bleeding money on marketing that does not work. Not because their product is bad, not because their service lacks value, but because their message is not optimized. Think about how much time goes into creating content. You spend hours crafting ads, writing email sequences, drafting social media posts, and building campaigns. You pour energy into every word, every image, every call to action. And then the results come back with 0 clicks, 0 conversions, and 0 sales. That is not a business problem. That is a messaging problem. Weak headlines fail to grab attention. Confusing copy loses people before they even reach the offer. An inconsistent brand voice makes potential customers feel like they are dealing with a disorganized operation they cannot trust. These are not small issues. They are the difference between a campaign that generates revenue and one that drains your budget. The worst part is that most small business owners do not even realize their messaging is the problem. They blame the algorithm, the timing, the economy, anything except the actual words they are using to communicate with their audience. Here is the truth that most people in the marketing world are not telling you. Marketing is not about creativity. It is about performance. The best marketers on the planet are not sitting around waiting for inspiration to strike. They are testing. They are analyzing data. They are making decisions based on what the numbers actually say, not what they feel in their gut. That shift in thinking is everything. When you stop treating marketing like an art project and start treating it like a performance system, your entire approach changes. You stop guessing and start measuring. You stop hoping and start optimizing. And that is exactly the problem that Anyword was built to solve. It brings the power of data-driven marketing to small businesses that do not have massive teams or million-dollar testing budgets. It levels the playing field in a way that was simply not possible just a few years ago. Anyword is not just another artificial intelligence writing tool. There are plenty of those already. What makes Anyword different is that it functions as a content intelligence platform. That distinction matters enormously. A regular writing tool generates content for you. Anyword generates content and then tells you what will actually work before you ever hit publish. It combines the speed of artificial intelligence content creation with predictive analytics that give you a performance score on everything you write. That means you are not just producing content faster. You are producing content smarter. You are walking into every campaign with a measurable advantage over competitors who are still guessing. The predictive performance feature is where things get genuinely exciting. You write a headline, an ad, or an email subject line, and Anyword gives you a performance score based on real data, not assumptions, not generic best practices pulled from a blog post. The scoring is built on actual A/B testing data, industry benchmarks, and proven conversion patterns gathered from millions of real campaigns. So instead of saying you think a certain version will work, you can say with confidence that one version is predicted to outperform the others. That is a fundamental shift in how you make creative decisions. You are no longer relying on instinct alone. You have a second opinion backed by data every single time. For small businesses operating with limited budgets, that kind of insight is not just helpful. It is essential. Every dollar you spend on advertising needs to work as hard as possible, and predictive scoring helps ensure that it does. Beyond performance prediction, Anyword also solves one of the most common problems small businesses face, which is consistency. One post sounds polished and professional. The next sounds overly casual. Another sounds like it was written by someone who has never heard of the brand before. That inconsistency destroys trust faster than almost anything else. Customers notice when a brand feels scattered, even if they cannot articulate exactly why. Anyword addresses this by allowing you to store your brand tone, define your target audience, and lock in your core messaging. Every piece of content you create from that point forward stays aligned with who you are and how you want to be perceived. That kind of consistency builds credibility over time and makes your marketing feel intentional rather than improvised. The automation and integration capabilities are where small businesses gain a serious competitive edge. Anyword connects with tools like ChatGPT, Notion, and custom systems through its application programming interface. That means one idea can become multiple pieces of content across different formats and platforms without starting from scratch every time. Ads, emails, and social media posts get done faster with less manual effort and more strategic output. Instead of writing one ad and hoping it works, you generate multiple versions, predict which one will perform best, and choose the winner before spending a single dollar on distribution. That process leads to higher return on investment, more conversions, and faster growth. Most small businesses do not fail because of a bad product. They fail because their message never truly connects with the right people. When your messaging is sharp, consistent, and backed by real performance data, everything else in your business works better. That is the advantage Anyword gives you, and it is one worth exploring seriously.